Good evening and happy holidays to all. My name is Earl Pileski, and it's my privilege to serve this evening as the voice of the Capital City Brass Band. The Capital City Brass Band is thrilled to be in one of our favorite venues once again, Jackson's Bethel Church. For several Christmases now, this award-winning ensemble has performed in this lovely sanctuary, welcomed by Pastor Ken Bierpont and the wonderful family here at Bethel Church. The band looks forward to this stop every year. We would also like to acknowledge and thank JTV and their crew for their ongoing support and for recording this concert this evening, which will be played several times throughout the holiday season from their downtown Jackson studios. The Capital City Brass Band opened their concert this evening with a wonderful work from the pen of Belfast, Northern Ireland's Dorothy Gates. A Christmas Fanfare puts the composer's talents on display in a brief setting of joy to the world through various twists, turns, slides, and rhythmic punches. Garnering education on both sides of the Atlantic, including earning a Master of Music in Trombone Performance from the University of Michigan. Gates is a fresh voice in composition and with a special love and affinity for writing for brass and wind ensembles. There's a phenomenon that we witness every year at this time. It's that process by which some who live here in Michigan or other northern states pick up and migrate south for the winter months. We call them snowbirds. Exactly right. They got it right in Albion the other night too. Snowbirds, right. While there is something attractive in escaping the howling winds, the snow and the ice, there is an inherent magic in the Northlands during the months of winter. The ensemble's next selection points us to the very best we may encounter after the snow flies. The Capital City Brass Band now performs a holiday favorite recorded by seemingly every popular singer over the years, from Harry Connick Jr. and Bing Crosby to Doris Day and Ella Fitzgerald. Think hot chocolate and candy canes as the Capital City Brass Band ushers us into Winter Wonderland. A marvelous part of the celebration of Christmas is encountering the traditions of cultures outside our own. Stories, food, clothing, and song share the heart's response to the Christ child in each culture where his birth is embraced. Belgian composer Jan Hederman has given us a wonderful gift for the season with his composition entitled A Flemish Christmas. Telling the account of the Nativity through 4 lovely carols from his homeland, Hederman weaves together She Was a Virgin Chosen, Mary Would Go to Bethlehem, the lovely chorale, O Christmas Night More Beautiful Than the Days, and highlighting the journey of those following the star, We've Come from the East. All 4 are presented that we might join the celebrations of Hederman's homeland. Enjoy now the Capital City Brass Band's performance of Jan Hederman's A Flemish Christmas. this season comes in many packages. American cinema is one such gift to be unwrapped when it comes to treasures from this time of year. The most recorded song in history comes from the masterful pen of Irving Berlin. This beloved song was first heard in the 1942 film Holiday Inn, starring Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire, and Marjorie Reynolds. Berlin's White Christmas was one among several original compositions in the film, including his popular Easter Parade. But it was White Christmas that found traction in the snow outside a fictional New England inn and burst on the scene to frame another Crosby film, the 1954 smash White Christmas. Composer-arranger Mark Free has set this all-time favorite for the brass band. And we will hear the Capital City Brass Band now as they bring it to Bethel Church as part of our 2023 celebration of Christmas joy. Here is Irving Berlin's White Christmas. The Capital City Brass Band is an award-winning volunteer ensemble made up of some of the finest brass and percussion performers in the mid-Michigan area. The great majority of this ensemble works in professions outside of music. The band has won 2 National Brass Band Championships in 2016 and 2019, and most recently brought home a second-place trophy in this year's U.S. Open competition. Our desire is to spread inspiration, joy, and live music in the communities where we are privileged to perform. We operate as a 501c3 not-for-profit, and so we greatly appreciate your consideration and financial support. Sheet music, transportation, registration fees for competitions, and compensation for our music director are places where your support can be of most benefit. During our 15-minute intermission, you can also help us by checking out our merchandise table featuring t-shirts and CDs recorded by the Capital City Brass Band. Find out more about our mission, schedule, and support opportunities at our secure website, ccbrassband.com. To borrow an expression, and now for something completely different. The selection the ensemble has chosen to close the first half of this evening's show has an intriguing title, Minor Alterations, Christmas Through the Looking Glass. No doubt, everyone has their favorite Christmas carol. Now, we can't promise that you will hear it in this next selection. Or you may hear it in a way you have never heard before. You may even have thought of it this way before. Composer David Lovrine has altered many of our most well-loved songs of the season and moved them from bringing joy and cheer to, shall we say, casting a bit of a shadow on our celebration. But it's all in good fun, and we think it will bring an elvish chuckle and perhaps even cause some toe tapping as we end our first half with Anthony Alessandrini's arrangement of David Lovrine's Minor Alterations.
Start checking off your holiday list with a holiday loan from True Community Credit Union. True Community Credit Union has holiday loans available now through December 30th. Apply for a holiday loan up to $1,000 for 12 months or up to $3,000 for 24 months. 'Tis the season for gift giving with True Community Credit Union holiday loans. Visit trueccu.com to apply today.
This evening, you and I are attending a band concert. Yes, it's a Christmas concert, but no band concert worth its mistletoe would be complete without a march. So the Capital City Brass Band wanted to get you settled in your seats for the second half of this evening's concert with a classic brass band Christmas march. And to do so, they chose Noel Jones' wonderful holiday march entitled Christmas Praise. Jones composed primarily for the bands of the Salvation Army, whose larger metropolitan area bands are home to some of the world's finest brass performers. A characteristic of the music of the Salvation Army is their composer's abilities to hear and use multiple melodies, usually from the hymn book, to craft larger pieces. Jones was just such a master and Christmas praise is one of his best. Well, it was the summer of 1946, and it was a scorcher. Bob Wells had been racking his brain to get, of all things, a new Christmas song ready to go, with the help from his friend, Mel Torme. Bob took a break because he just couldn't get past the first few lines writing Christmas lyrics in the heat of the summer. Mel found the beginning lines scribbled down, took up a pen, and 45 minutes later, the song was complete. Bob loved the finished product and, long story short, the song was immediately sent to their good friend, the incomparable Nat King Cole. He was the first to wrap his voice around the song that would become the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire led to the next line, then to the next, and it has simply become the way many of us exchange the hustle and bustle of the season for the quieter moments of the holiday. Perhaps the Capital City Brass Band performing the Christmas song, arranged here by Philip Spark, can do its part in getting you into a quieter holiday mood. Let's give it a try. Nostalgia is a powerful thing, and during special days or seasons, we are so easily attached to the way things used to be. In the early 1950s, a story surfaced, recast in a Little Golden Book. Who remembers Little Golden Books? It told the story of a magical snowman named Frosty. The next decade saw the production of a Rankin Bass Christmas special featuring the unique voice of Jimmy Durante telling the tale. That's where many of our minds and hearts go when we think of or hear the song Frosty the Snowman. The Capital City Brass Band would like to add to the fondness of those childhood memories this evening by featuring one of our fine players from the tuba section. Mr. Michael Goodman holds master degrees in both music composition and arts administration from Michigan State University. And Florida State University, respectively. Sorry about the chop. The chop thing just ain't happening anymore. Michael has performed in the Capital City Brass Band on tenor horn, baritone, euphonium, and currently on the E-flat tuba. He's an award-winning composer. He was recently awarded runner-up honors for his piece, Make Haste, for E-flat bass and brass band by the International Tuba and Euphonium Conference. And his double quintet was named the winner in competition from the President's own United States Marine Band. And that piece is going to be premiered by that world-class ensemble in early 2024. Enjoy our fine young artist, Mr. Michael Goodman, with our rendition of Frosty the Snowman. Port Huron and raised in Royal Oak, composer Jim Curnow is a bright star in Michigan's musical firmament. Curnow received much of his early musical training in the Salvation Army. He earned degrees from both Wayne State University and Michigan State University. Same response in Albion the other night, too, right? Curnow has composed many works for brass and wind bands, as well as several lovely choral works. To bring our offering of Christmas joy to a close this evening, the Capital City Brass Band has chosen Curnow's wonderful Christmas Triptych. A triptych is a work of art divided into 3 panels. Earliest examples come from the medieval period and are found in regions ranging from the Byzantine Empire to Western Europe. Curnow's triptych includes references to several carols, including the Westminster Carol, Joy to the World, Silent Night, Coventry Carol, and Good King Wenceslas. The Capital City Brass Band once again thanks our hosts for this evening, Bethel Church, and the support of JTV. We also thank all of you who have joined us for another wonderful evening of musical holiday memories in this most blessed of all seasons. May this season bring you peace, warmth, and the fullness of Christmas joy. So here now is Jim Curnow's Christmas Triptych. Christmas joy is the opportunity to share it. So the Capital City Brass Band would like to send you stepping out with one of a Christmas sort of a swing arrangement performing Leonard Bernstein. I've got to the very last sentence.